Hello and welcome back from the holidays. It is the GearJunkie Weekly Roundup. I am Adam Ruggiero, joined as always by Mary Murphy, Sean McCoy. It has been an interesting couple of weeks. First, how was your all's holiday?
I'm just tired at this point. I'm ready to rest. It's been a long week, yeah.
Sean has the plague, and this is how I'm going to do the rest of the show.
Yeah, I think I'm probably better now. You're probably safe.
Mary, you and I did Thanksgiving in the same place.
We did. We skied. We did some sledding, which I really enjoyed. We crushed that sledding hill. Kind of made our own pathway down that. Yeah, it was fun. Good.
Did you get
good week in the snow?
Did you get home okay? Because I got blown off the road.
Yes, I carpooled, so I didn't drive, and I just cruised home with a friend, and it was great.
So one of the reasons, in addition to wanting to know how your all's holiday was because from the editorial's perspective, it has been kind of an unusual couple of weeks, as a lot of our readers will notice. There have been gift guides going up left and right, not just on GearJunkie, but on like all sites on the internet, right? Because it's the shopping frenzy. So today we're going to do something a little different, where typically we talk about the week's biggest news headlines. Because we have been so buried in gift guides, and this has been the push, and it's kind of what everybody's looking for right now, we're going to focus on some of our gift guides and lead with a conversation. What do you think of gift guides? And I ask because I don't think I personally use gift guides, but they're tremendous traffic drivers for us. So you all are reading a lot of the gift guides, but it's like a totally different mindset that we have to be in to churn these out. So what do you guys think of the gift guide phenomenon? Do you think it's useful? Do you like doing them, or do you think it's kind of overkill?
I mean, I think reading them is one thing, and I think writing them is another.
Sure.
But personally, I don't use them, but I find them pleasantly surprising. I like reading through them, browsing them, looking at kind of the different topics that are offered, whether it's on our site or other platforms, because sometimes I'm not really looking to buy gifts, but it's there, and so I check it out. And it kind of, puts my mind on a tangent of, oh, this product would be a great gift.
Or Sean, what do you think, gift guides? Be honest. Just let it out. Now's your chance.
I think they're incredibly useful.
Okay.
If you know somebody has a hobby and is into something, but you don't know much about it, you can type into Google what to buy somebody who loves fly fishing or whatever, and it will give you an option from a number of places.
Many options.
With gift guides. And I don't enjoy spending tons of time shopping, but if you're going to give a gift, it's nice to get something that people will actually use. And I have used them a few times here and there. I find them pretty helpful.
So I'm going to play devil's advocate on this one. And I'm going to say, yes, they can be useful, but I think we've gone, like, as a whole, the internet, there's just too many gift guides.
As a society.
They're overwhelming.
We're drowning in, like, because it dilutes it, right? Like, if you're not excluding a bunch of things and kind of limiting what you're focusing on with gift guides, then you're not really giving a guide. You're just sort of like, it's scattershot, right? It's like, here's everything that's available to buy. And I kind of think it's overboard.
And that's where we have to have some focus.
Sure, which is a great transition into the point that while we did publish a ton of gift guides, not all of them are relevant or salient for me. We each kind of took our own little niche and approach to it. We did have some really, really, I would say, kick-ass gift guides.
And we have some more coming.
And there's still... Yeah. Sure, cool.
Yeah.
Jerk. Whoa.
Oh, hey, don't say we're done.
And all of these are live right now. These aren't just like, hey, there's big deals on this. These are actual guides to help you shop for that somebody in your life. Or, if you're feeling like getting yourself a gift, we've got some really good suggestions. So what we're going to do is we each went through and picked out a gift guide that we thought was especially cool. And I think it all worked out so that we wrote the ones that we're actually going to talk about. Mary, let's start with you. What was your favorite gift guide that we published so far?
So my favorite so far was 8 great camping gifts. And I think that it's not too overwhelming. You know how many items are in the gift guide. So just from a practical, very obvious visual perspective, it's in the guide. You can just click on it, scroll through a couple items, and they're all really cool, useful camping items. You can't go wrong with anything on this list. There's a Climate Static V sleeping pad, super lightweight, packs down to I don't know, the size of a large baseball, almost, like way smaller than an Nalgene.
A softball, perhaps.
Softball, perhaps. Yeah, grapefruit, whatever. And there's like a camp chair, there's a titanium spork, stuff that people may or may not have, and there's stuff on there for everyone. I just thought it was fun to write, it's easy, it's direct, and who doesn't like camping?
Very cool. Sean?
I wrote the 30 under $30 gift guide, and what I found out and what intrigued me with that is how much you can get for $30. You can get some really nice things that people will be super happy to own. The Mora knife Eldris, it's a very small pocket knife that packs into a little sheath. It's a fixed blade, but it's really short and yet super functional. Nobody's gonna own one of these. Very, very few people probably already have this. And it's a really nice little useful knife. 12-ounce coffee mug from Hydro Flask. It's $30, and they're really nice. You know, there was one other. Oh, you can get a little Leatherman, a Phoenix flashlight. When Phoenix flashlights are great, really powerful, small flashlights for $28. I mean, these are all really not cheap products. They're inexpensive, but they're a good value.
Who are the under $30 gifts for?
Oh man, I think
right, because it can't be like your significant other, right? It has to be like, really?
I mean, it's sort of
isn't like under $30 just like sort of a definition of what your relationship to that person is?
Well, it's also
that's a whole box of worms.
Are you spending a lot of money on gifts, or maybe you and your significant other spending your Christmas money on something else? You know, a lot of people, I know myself included, mostly do like, let's take a trip, put our money towards that, and then buy a couple small things for each other.
Yeah.
You know, it's very easy to get nice things under $30. That's the whole point in my mind.
And a good note is a lot of people do Toys for Tots or other giveaway programs, and under 30 is a really good way to, like if you...
White Elephant gift exchange.
Sure, but like, any sort of like, a lot of cool beginning camp gear falls in that under 30 category. Yeah. So this is the difference between you and me. One of them, anyway. There's probably a bunch.
None.
You wrote...
No others.
You wrote about gear that's under $30. And I wrote Dream Gifts, the coolest gear money can buy, and specifically focused on things that none of us can afford. Yeah. I can afford because I pull down $3.2 million a year. I got a bunch of side gigs. Don't ask me about it.
Side hustles are pretty good.
This was gear that we have come across because, as some of the viewers and readers may not know, we're inundated with emails and pitches and new product launches, things we never get to cover because they're a little bit out of our wheelhouse or they're just way too expensive and we know nobody's really gonna invest in it. So I decided that this would be a great way to pull together all the gear that if like money's not an issue, this is the stuff you should drop major dollar bills on. For example, the lead gift, in my opinion, is a Ford Raptor. This is a $60,000 truck that we got to drive around.
We got to play with it.
We got to drive around for a week. Ford Raptor it's from the factory, but it's got all these really tricked out. It's got a really tricked out kit, upgraded suspension. It's got turbo. It's just meant to get rowdy.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a fabulous gift. We included the Yeti.
It would be a fabulous gift. Anyone wants to
Toys for Tots, whatever.
Yeah, Toys for Tots.
Or just stick it to Sean and show him like, yeah, no, you should spend a lot of money on Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
Also, the Yeti vacuum insulated cooler, the stainless steel cooler that costs $800.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I got you one, so it's cool.
Yeah. Thanks.
I also wanted to point out that in this gift guide, because we write about this brand a lot, and I really want to know if the viewers have this on their radar or have even purchased something from the brand. It's Volleback. We talk about Volleback all the time because it's some of the coolest, most innovative gear that we ever see.
Also,
but it's almost way too innovative and out there, right? So, for example, this is the Volleback Black Squid color shifting ski jacket. It's $995. It's $1,000. The jacket has a bunch of glass spheres in it. So, and you should check it out. It's on Dream Gifts on GearJunkie.com. So, like from any angle, it's hard to explain. It's from any angle, it looks different to everybody else because it's just refracting colors left and right.
Just dazzling everyone on the
Dazzling.
slopes.
That's exactly right. I asked for a test sample. They have not gotten back to me. Yeah. So all right. So are you using gift guides to shop? Now that we're mostly through writing them, are you using gift guides to shop? And if so, what are you looking at?
I haven't really gotten to that.
Because you're flushing gear.
Think about
I want to know
right
what you
now.
shop for.
I shop for
He bought a vacuum.
a vacuum, house thing. Everybody
Domestic.
shops for things. And
The
I use
domestic.
guides on that all the time.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure most people do.
Yeah.
But yeah, the things that I don't get to research every day, in and out, constantly. Yeah, if I need to buy a tool for working on my property or doing whatever, I'll
Property.
Yeah.
You stay off my lawn. Probably.
stay on my lawn, build a fence. Yeah.
Mary, have you finished your shopping, or are you still shopping?
I have done almost no shopping.
Do you usually shop?
I don't usually shop ever.
Do people ever
I'm
receive
terrible.
gifts from you?
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I shop for the holidays. I like to. I have been told I'm a good gift giver.
Oh, really?
But I hate the process of shopping. So
Stressful?
I think that gift guides are great for two major reasons, like two spectrums. There's the people who you just have no clue what to get someone, or there's too many options and you know they're into something. You can use gift guides for that. And I think there's the other spectrum, which is probably we fall into this category of someone who is super into, say, climbing, for example, and they already have all the gear you can imagine. And again, you don't know what to get them because they're into that sport or they're interested in this thing, and you're worried about getting something they already have. And gift guides might, spark your interest with a cool new product, stuff that's new this year, or stuff that isn't on your radar.
So this makes me think of something that I want to ask both of you. Because we usually plan these shows out a little bit in advance. We know what we're going to talk about, but this literally just occurred to me, so you guys have no idea what I'm about to ask.
This should be fun.
Yeah, this is going to be great. I've had past holidays and birthdays where people get me an outdoors gift because they know that I'm involved in the outdoors. I love the outdoors. So they get me an outdoors gift. I don't think they realize I'm the worst person you should get an outdoors gift for, because either I have it or I don't need it, or I know something much better than what they've picked out. Do people give you outdoors gifts?
Not anymore. Generally.
Did they for a while?
Yeah, and at a point in time, I kind of explained to people, like, hey guys, this is what I do for a living. I pretty much don't
So I picture,
want that stuff.
I want to think that it was the reverse of like an intervention, where you sit all your friends down and you just tell them, guys, listen, I got to be honest with you.
Don't buy me anything.
You all don't get it.
I think in general,
I don't want anything.
Yeah, I've tried to just put the brakes on most of the
Okay.
gift giving in my circle of close friends.
Mary, you're new to the team, but
I am new,
you're
so I am-
extremely accomplished, and I'm wondering if people have felt the need to give you outdoors gifts.
I've definitely received outdoors gifts. Usually, I would say, and I love the element of surprise. Like, I don't think there's a ton of point unwrapping something when you know what every gift
Right.
is. When someone asks you, and it's like,
What did
okay,
you get
can
me?
give them,
Oh.
and they're like, I have no clue what to get you. What's on your wish list? And then you know every exact
Yeah.
thing. Like, that's just not fun. And it's not
Surprises
in
are
spirit
fun.
of you should know the person well enough to guess and like get them something, even if it's maybe something they already have, but at least it was thoughtful. I am usually asking for specific outdoor gifts. If
I thought you
If
liked this
I-
element of surprise.
I do, but if I know someone wants to get me something
Oh, sure.
outdoorsy, I give them a something. I'm like, hey, I don't have this thing, but I have these things. Get me this instead. Like a heads up. But I'm new to the whole having a gear closet at my disposal, so.
I will say right now, I think the most underrated gifts are food.
No, food are wonderful gifts.
I'm with that, yeah.
And I
So
also
are
think
anything handmade.
fruitcake is awesome.
Anything handmade
I said
is a
it,
great
I think
gift.
fruitcake. Kirk's looking at me funny. Good
Yeah.
fruitcake is
Nope.
amazing.
If it's done well, yes.
Yes,
If it's
it's
bought
easy
from a
to mess
store, probably not.
But anything perishable, anything you re-up, like if you got me ice cream, best friend in the world.
Yeah.
I
think that's a
can always
very
use more
valid
ice cream.
point.
Yeah.
Food, great. Anything handmade that you've made for somebody?
Sure.
I think it was Nick Offerman in one of his
Oh, it's so
comedies
good.
talks about it, that all you have to do to make someone really appreciate what you've thought of for them is to literally go outside, take a piece of nature, stick it on a piece of paper, and then write a note on it and give it to them. So take a pine cone, stick it on a piece of construction paper, and then write a little note under it, fold it up, give it to them, and you will make their day.
It's funny you mention that because GearJunkie actually has a story called Canoes and Ladies Night inside Nick Offerman's wood shop, written by Adam
You
Guerrero.
can't say his name. Don't worry about it.
That's a really cool story because Nick
It is.
Offerman, is super into the outdoors and a
Yeah.
very, very avid kind of DIYer.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we sign off, Sean, we do have some more gift guides coming up. Anything else you can tease about what we're testing or what we got looking ahead in the next week?
Looking at some avalanche beacons.
Oh, that's right.
Very
We're going to go play with that today.
piece of core gear that I'm excited about right now. That would probably be the main one. I got a couple, as usual, a couple cool knives that I'm looking at,
Cool.
and some winter apparel. There will be lots of that in the next
Lots of
couple of
ski
weeks.
gear.
Ski gear,
Yeah.
ski jackets,
Uh-huh.
ski boots.
Best down jackets.
Yeah. Keep
Mary?
it warm. It's getting cold.
What do you got coming up?
Yeah, definitely some ski gear, some product reviews. I think it is the tail end of the year, but we've got 1 or 2 things that are launching fairly soon that are coming up that'll be on GearJunkie sometime December or January. And yeah, reiterate the ski gear. I'm excited
I'm
about that.
testing another $60,000 truck. The GMC Sierra, the 2020 GMC Sierra, which is pretty cool that we get to use that. We're going to test some other gear using that truck, which is pretty cool. I'm going to try and take a Yeti mountain bike out and get it real dirty and then clean it off with a really cool new gadget that I'm not going to tell you about just yet, but stay tuned because we'll get that on there. I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got
Sounds
coming
fun.
up. And
Yeah.
gift guides. More gift guides.
And gift cards.
All right.
Yeah.
Couple more gift guides.
Forever.
Stay tuned to GearJunkie.com. Feel free to comment, ask us some questions, and stay tuned for those gift guides. Until next time, I'm Adam for Sean and Mary and Kirk.
Bye.
And we'll see you later.